for this project we got called Masters of the Sun. We look forward to performing, and I know you asked a question about Fergie. Fergie is always and will always be part of the family. She's doing the solo thing right now, so we wanted to carry on the legacy of Black Eyed Peas, how we started in 1995 as a trio. And with this project, it's very reflective of our earlier work, mixture between Behind the Front and Elefunk. So we're very excited because we also have a new addition to the family that you'll be seeing being part of this. So to answer that question, it's going to be a good night.
There's going to be a surprise.
Over here, Humberto Montoya from El Universal. It's been a long wait since the release of your last album, and now you have new music. And I got a chance to talk to Apple before, and he told me about the energy that you want to release. The message that comes with it. How was the process to create now that it's only the three of you, and what can we expect from this new album?
So from this new project, Masters of the Sun, you can expect new ways of putting out content, and like for example our partnership with Oculus with our virtual reality graphic novel, and then our partnership with Marvel Comics, and then the soundtrack that we've done with Hans Zimmer for the VR experience with Oculus, and people like Stan Lee, Jamie Foxx, that have all participated on the project. And the music is inspired by the graphic novel and the VR experience. This is the most creative, innovative project that Black Eyed Peas has ever done, with people like Mary J. Blige, Rosario Dawson, Jamie Foxx, Jaden Smith, Snoop Dogg, Rakim, KRS-One. Everybody, all of our legends and heroes have collaborated with us on this graphic novel and VR. And the music is reminiscent of, our earlier years, as Tabby mentioned. And we always wanted to come to Mexico in 1998 and 1999 as a trio. So Black Eyed Peas were a group before Fergie. We were a trio in 1995, 6, 7, 8, 2000, 2001, 2. And we always dreamt of coming to Mexico. And now that dream has came true. And we can't wait to perform tomorrow as a trio for one of our favorite countries on earth.
Yeah, this album was very artistic. We kind of went back into really what makes us tick, and that's, we used to sample jazz and really raw hip-hop beats. So, we've done everything else. We've done dance music to pop. So we just wanted to go back at something that really, inspires us again and motivates us. So, yeah.
All right, guys, here, Alejandra Dolores Valles. First of all, welcome to Mexico.
Yes.
I would like to know, in the story of Black Eyed Peas, you have always been a group that help or support charity. Soon we're going to be having the first anniversary after the Mexican earthquake last year. So I would like to know if for this concert you will do, send a message about all these things that happened. And also another question, I would like to know if you plan to collaborate with any Mexican, because you collaborate with a lot of people, but we would like to see the Mexican.
So we've been very active in the past. We've done it in Benetton with Black Eyed Peas last time we were in Mexico. So we've been very involved, not only in philanthropy and in the lending our voice space, but we're also very active individually in our own endeavors. So if the time permits and we're available, it would be dope to participate in the 1-year anniversary that you talked about. As far as working with Mexican artists, it's a dream come true to be able to think of people that I would want to work with. Like Marco Antonio Solis is someone that's very inspirational to me. Will actually worked with Joan Sebastian before he passed away. Another person that
So, yes, no, yeah, I've collaborated with Joan Sebastian back in 2013, and on a song called I Want to Be Happy. And we're here in Mexico not only to do a concert here at the Pepsi Center, but to also support International First, which is a robotics competition that's here in the DF. And this year, my team in East Los Angeles, Boyle Heights, which is all my kids are Mexican, made it to the championships, competing against all other kids from the age 15 to 18 building robots. So they competed against Israel, Palestine, Brazil, the UK, China, and now we have the international championships here in Mexico on Saturday. So we are very philanthropic. We, with Taboo's work that he does with the Cancer Society and Apple, the schools he builds in the Philippines. And we would love to collaborate more with Mexican artists because the collaboration that I did with Joan Sebastian was so honored to have collaborated with him.
Yeah, it's really important for us to give back because of our humble beginnings. I was a sponsored kid from the Philippines and given the chance, the opportunity to have an education and became a black eyed pea. So I have to follow the footsteps of my adopted father, Joe Ben Hutchins, and the Pearl S. Buck Foundation that helped me out to get to the U.S. So I have to follow that footsteps and pay it forward and give it back, you know, to give kids like me and throughout the world to get a chance with opportunity and education. So if, just like that, we said if we're available or what we could do to help, we're here.
Hi guys, Azul del Horno from Excelsior newspaper. As you know, after a long struggle with cancer, Erika Franklin passed away. So I'm very curious about, I would like to know how does she influence in your music and your work, and especially because she was a very important figure of civil rights and all that she represented in that way.
Aretha Franklin is a hero, not just to, you know, American soul music, American music as a whole. Everyone has been inspired by her. Her civil rights taught us that, you know, if you have a platform, use it for folks that are either oppressed, left behind, and struggling. And, you know, she took her music seriously, and we take our music seriously. And she lived a beautiful life and inspired many people. Not just me, but my mom. Not just my mom, but my grandma. And my grandmother, she passed away at 90. And she was born in a time where, you know, slavery was fresh. My grandmother's grandmother was a slave. And my grandmother meant so much to me, and she loved Aretha Franklin. You know, Aretha Franklin like inspired generations, and her music will live on. And people that are fighting to cure cancer, to mentor cancer survivors, you know, Taboo is a hero to me. The work that he does for people that have, you know, undergone that disease and beat it, and the folks that have been defeated by it. He's a champion and all the people that Taboo works with. So we miss Aretha.
Thank you, bro. Como dice Willie, yo soy sobreviviente de cáncer. Ya son 4 años que luché y estoy aquí, gracias a Dios, primeramente. voy a usar esta inspiración de Aretha Franklin para hacer más. Usar mi plataforma para ayudar, para estar de servicio para sobrevivientes, pacientes de cáncer, especialmente para los latinos, nativos americanos, so that I can do more and use this blessing of being a Black Eyed Pea, but also having a second chance at life to do the work and affect change and hopefully get to a point where we find cures for the different forms of cancer. And I know it's going to take a lot of work, but I'm in this to win this, because there's a reason why I beat cancer, and there's a reason why people like Aretha Franklin, who are legends and embody the empowerment of beautiful people that will inspire me to continue in my fight. So that's something that I have to look at a positive out of something so sad, because we were inspired by Aretha Franklin.
Yeah, Aretha Franklin is an icon, not just for civil rights for women, but I mean the world. It reached all the way to a small town in the Philippines called Sabang Bato to hear Aretha Franklin all the way over there. She inspired so many women out there and young ladies, and she will be missed and never forgotten.
Hello guys, to your right, Adolfo Lopez from El Sol de Mexico newspaper.
Adolfo.
Yes. So you released your first album, you has changed in so many ways. You went from hip hop to pop to electronic, but now there is a lot of new songs in the charts, breaking the charts. It's difficult to you come back with this new scene after 8 years.
What was the question?
It's difficult to you come back to the music scene with this new a lot of new sounds breaking the charts.
Actually, in 1998, when Black Eyed Peas first came out, there was more diversity in music. You had punk rock on the radio, you had alternative on the radio, and then when we put out our second record in 1999, 2000, you had diversity on the radio, and then you had Napster, and that was really hard. And so Elefunk, hip-hop, gangster rap, you had pop music from Britney Spears' of the world. It was so diverse to try to have, yes, there was radio, but there were so many different styles of music. And then in 2005, similar, the record stores were going away, and iTunes was the business. And once again, you had so much diversity. You had catalogs selling a lot on iTunes. You had new artists selling a lot on iTunes, and different styles of music selling a lot. And in 2009, when we put out The End, the underground was powerful. And the underground was bigger than pop. We felt that, we saw that before it actually happened, where America didn't know David Guetta until I Got a Feeling. And we helped bring in an underground sound to the mainstream. And once again, stores were going away. And right now with streaming, there isn't that much diversity. You have the same style of music a lot, because the algorithm is so sophisticated that it suggests the artist what to copy and follow. So actually it was harder then to have presence in a much diverse industry. It's just harder to get for everybody now, because there's so many artists that have access to the internet. Everyone has access to SoundCloud. Everyone has access to Spotify now with apps like Amuse. You're competing with everybody now. Before you were just competing with diversity in the music industry. Now you're competing against your next door neighbor who sings good. The Uber driver who sings good. You get into Uber and he's like, yo, Black Eyed Peas, who check out my SoundCloud account. Everybody is singing now. So that's that, but it just so happens that while everyone's singing, everybody's singing the same style.
guys, over here, Belen from Record Diary. Your music has always been about creating conscience about the problems that attack our society, but sadly, the younger generations, they are not really into these topics. How are you planning to approach these kids and get the message to them with that? Because they are just discovering your music, so how are you going to include the music?
One thing the Black Eyed Peas never did was chase. We never chased popular. We always tried to invent and take something that was underground and make underground popular. So the youth, the millennials, they're awesome. And if they discover our music, that's great. And we appreciate the listens. But right now, the music that we're making is for our soul. We're trying to make music for our hearts. And, you know, I think we did a good job making music for the masses in 2005 to 2010. We did a really good job at that. Right now, we're being just a little bit soulfish, not selfish, because we're not thinking about ourselves, we're thinking about our soul. And we're making music for the soul. So we're soulfish. Soulful fish.
And honestly, the reality is, in the United States, there's a lot of effed up stuff that's happening. So what better group to address those issues and to really put it out there and let people know, like, hey, we know how to make the party music, we know how to have a great time, we've shown you that, but we also know the frequency of where's love. And the thing that got us there was heart, smart, and art. And we always know that where's love is that higher frequency that speaks to the world in a different way than I Got a Feeling, in a different way than Let's Get It Started,
or My House.
But it still connects with people that want to understand, hey, these guys have messaging behind their music. They have something to say, and maybe it's a slow creeper. Maybe everybody won't get it, but it's okay. Look at Chico Che. You know what I mean? Chico Che didn't really understand it. Y yo soy el beat. You know what I mean? They didn't really understand it, but we're like, boom, boom, boom. You gotta get that. You know, so it's cool because the music that we're making now, it best represents where we're at in our state of our career.
And also beyond just singing about it and talking about it, we're actually making actions in our community and for the youth to provide education and opportunities. Will is really heavy on introducing robotics to the kids in East LA, and I'm building computer labs throughout Philippines. So I think that's the way to reach the youth and the kids.
Yeah, providing solutions and, you know, opportunities for the youth. There's enough people making music for the youth. What we want to do is make opportunities for the youth, and then make music for ourselves.
Hola, Sebastián Cervera por Ibero 99.
¿Cómo estás?
Hola, muy bien, gracias. I want you to tell us more about this new artistic approach of inviting new voices to this new material and the approach of mixing this new technology as VR experience. Also, a question for El Paisano Tabu. What's your opinion on the representation of Latino people in the music industry, such as the new reggaeton artists that are now playing all over the world? And if you could tell us a little bit more about the show, what can we expect for the show tomorrow?
Okay, I'm gonna let Will answer the VR part and then I'll answer it.
Okay, only because that was a lot of questions. Can you ask me the VR question again? Because I got lost.
Sorry.
A lot of questions.
Multiple
questions.
What was the approach, the artistic approach of including this VR experience to this new album?
So it's the opposite. So we did the VR experience because the technology is so exciting and inspirational to be able to create and build a world, and we did just that. So if you haven't seen Mashing the Sun VR in Oculus Go or Samsung Gear, please check it out. We created a world. and an amazing story about hip hop. The same story in the book has been in the world. It's so fantastic. And then after we made that, we created the music for it, which is the album that's coming soon. But it's that's the direction. It's just it's exciting times to be creating with this new technology like augmented reality, virtual reality, using something so fundamental like a graphic novel to be your starting point. Instead of starting with like 15 songs and then doing videos, we were like, let's do a graphic novel and do VR, AR, and then make music, and then do videos. And I never thought it was possible to have Marvel as a partner. That was Taboo's idea. And, when you dream big, big things happen. So this is just the beginning of big things happening.
Pensando como mexicano. So to add to the question that you asked about Latin artists, it's amazing to see people that have come up. Like, I'm gonna give you examples: Cardi B to J-Lo to Pitbull to Becky G to En General, to Shakira to Juanes. These artists embody what it's like to represent the culture and to really do it in a way where they're different, but they're still putting their stamp and their twist to pop culture. So you celebrate that. Something that I wish would be a little bit more prominent is if more collaboration would happen amongst other artists. Especially with the new artists. Like I see a lot of people like Bad Bunny and J Balvin and all these cats are starting this collaboration thing that's starting to bubble in the reggaeton world. So that's dope. I appreciate that.
And the revival of Daddy Yankee.
Daddy Yankee. I mean, he hasn't gone anywhere. He's been there for so many years.
No, but now he's back and he's booming.
Right.
So that's
even Luis Fonsi with Despacito. It's like they're hitting you where it crosses from Latino market into the Anglo market.
Yo. Not only that, London. When you go to a club and you hear Despacito and Mi Gente in a London club, it's no longer Latin music, it's world music. Before it was different. It's like we were blessed that Black Eyed Peas would play in Latin America. Right? An American group playing in Mexico on Spanish radio. That was like, wow, thank you so much for that. But for it to happen the other way around, Latin music playing on British radio, French radio, everywhere, that's like, that's awesome.
You guys, I'm going to keep it short. Latinos are taking over.
You remember they used to have like the Grammys and then the Latin Grammys? Yo, the Latin Grammys are the Grammys now.
It's true. You have a lot of Anglo artists that are performing with Latino artists.
Yo, it's like, yeah.
Algo que me gustaría es que más artistas americanos que hacían una mezcla con sonidos indígenas para que no se olviden sus raíces. Los ancestros indígenas, los indígenas mexicanos y indígenas americanos, porque yo soy un ejemplo de eso. So I wish that would be the thing. If you could mix that and understand the roots, how powerful our ancestry is, that's like you're out of here because you're able to mix the old with the new.
Yo, and then I can't wait to see like a Latin artist collaborate with an African artist. Or a Latin artist with a Chinese artist.
That's dope.
And then forget about American artists. There's a big world out there, cultural. Like, right? You know how many people are in India and China? And then Central and South America? America's great. I love that. I love my country. But right now, what's booming is Latin music. So, and there's going to be a Grammys next year. There'll be a Latin Grammys. I'm telling you, the Latin Grammys is more vibrant in the world when you travel and you hear what's playing in the club. That's dope. I keep on turning it around. Turn around.
And for every cycle, we always make sure that there's always a new experience for our supporters, and we always marry music with technology, with, you know, the Black Eyed Peas experience, the dancing. Now it's, you know, the visual. So if you get the whole package, it all makes sense. It all ties in together, and it's really fun for us, innovative, and it's something that we want everyone to enjoy.
Hey guys, here.
What's up, Jerry?
Oh, shut up. I'm screaming, shout. But well, to the point. We're all sad for our flunky today, but we're also celebrating life. Today is Madonna's birthday, and I want to know what do you think about the influence of Madonna in music?
Madonna?
Yeah.
Madonna. So we all grew up poor, and when